Hi guys, this is gsno.com and I'm here with the unboxing of yet another Sony phone. It's the Sony Xperia 5. They may have called it as well the Xperia 1 Compact because it's basically the same package as the Xperia 1, only a more compact shell with a more compact screen, 6.1 inches this time, and also Full HD instead of 4K. Okay, so this device was unveiled at IFA 2019 and IFA takes place in Berlin. We were there and we spent some quality time with the phone. Now it's time for the unboxing. So it's a pretty pricey phone at 800 bucks, $800. It's still a narrow device, as you can well see here. It adopts the 21:9 aspect ratio and it feels very light. That's my first impression. It's a very light and very narrow phone. It has basically the same triple camera as the Xperia 1, only it's been moved from the center to the side. Pretty interesting approach. Okay, so as you can see, glass at the front, glass at the back, and metal in between. I have to say it feels even more premium than the first one, and the format is growing on me. Okay, I'm going to put this here. It's an unboxing, so let's see what's inside the box. As usual, Sony has a lot of manuals and documents and useful information so you can really get to know the device. We proceed further and we find the charger here. This is it, pretty average size. Let's see what's written on it. I can see that we got 5 volts and 3000 milliamperes, 9 volts, 2000 milliamperes, 12 volts and 1500 milliamperes. Pretty standard affair. Okay, and then we have the cable, which is of the USB Type-C to USB Type-C variety. And by the way, this also means that the charger has an USB Type-C connector and it's written 18 watts on it, keep that in mind. And we also have an adapter from USB Type-C to audio jack. Once again, the audio jack is lacking from this phone. Everybody's doing it nowadays. And surprise, surprise, they even seem to throw in a pair of headphones. Even though there was a special offer at some point during the pre-order period where you got a pair of 250 euro worth of headphones, quality ones, and these are the bundled ones, not the same as the expensive ones, but still pretty good. Branded Sony, pretty slick, and also with some plugs in case you have bigger or smaller ears. Okay, let's put everything back like it was for your little taste of OCD. Okay, and now we go back to the device and let's fire it up. As usual, I'm being tempted to press the low volume button here. As you know, Sony likes to place the power button here lower, and right next to it you can see here we got a fingerprint scanner. It's placed on the side and I actually grew to appreciate it on the Xperia 1. So Sony Xperia 5, bit of a flagship, bit of a fall flagship. It's got a Snapdragon 855 CPU accompanied by 6GB of RAM and 128GB of storage. Plus there's also a micro SD card slot in the mix. And the screen you're seeing here is a 6.1 incher. Okay, I'm skipping some stuff as usual. So 6.1 inch OLED screen with a Full HD Plus resolution, and if you really want all the pixels, 2520 over 1080 pixels. It's got DCI, let's go back here. So it's got DCI P3 100% coverage, covering all the color spectrum, and it also has HDR support. We're done with the setup, and there was a tradition for the past 2 or 3 years. Sony used to launch phones which had the Premier operating system. They were the first with Oreo and Android Pie, if I remember correctly, pre-installed. Well, this year OnePlus is the first one with Android 10 pre-installed, not Sony. And the battery here is a 3140 mAh unit, which may seem like too little, but anyways, Sony can handle some optimization. Now, if you're wondering about the camera choice, I'm going to start with the selfie camera. This one is an 8 megapixel shooter which is placed right here. It has its own brand of steady shot stabilization. And moving on to the back side, which is pretty glossy and shiny and Gorilla Glass 6 protected. Also the front Gorilla Glass 6 protected. So at the back side there's a triple camera setup. All of them have 12 megapixel sensors, and we also have a special extra sensor here. So next to the flash, as far as I know, there should be a special RGB CIR sensor. Anyways, the cameras go like this: the main one, the ultra wide one, and also the telephoto one with 2x optical zoom. that's about it. Of course, we also have 4K HDR video capture. There's a special Cinema Pro app which can produce some fantastic results. There's eye tracking. There's also a special way of reducing noise by using raw capture. Okay, deactivating the airplane mode. I can see the Cinema Pro app pre-installed and the special multi-window mode triggered thanks to the fact that we have the special 21:9 aspect. And of course, side sense is still a thing, even though I'm not a big fan of it. Okay, otherwise, Wi-Fi dual band, GPS, NFC, USB Type-C port at the bottom, and we have two speakers. I see one here, and the other one is obviously this here. So stereo speakers with Dolby Atmos. And there should also be PlayStation 4 Remote Play, but nowadays that's available on most Android phones, thanks to the latest update. So this is it. It feels pretty premium, that's what I can say. I love the way it handles and also the way it looks. Maybe a bit on the slippery side, but nothing serious. Okay, so that's about it. This has been the unboxing of the Sony Xperia 5, the fall flagship from Sony this year. The Xperia 1 was a bit of a mixed bag when it came to the camera, so I'm really curious if they fixed anything with this device or not. One of the things that bugged me the most was the fact that in the camera area you had to go to the telephoto camera to reach the wide angle one. You cannot skip straight to wide angle, and this also happens here with a bit of a lag, as you can see. So this, and you wait for a bit, and then it's this. Anyways, I'm going to get accustomed to it. For now, this has been the first impression and first look at the phone. I love how narrow it is, how comfy it is, but be careful so it won't slip. This is from gsno.com. We'll be back with a review soon. Bye bye.